Hi guys, welcome back. So today we're going to be doing a luxury lookout, which we have not done in a little while. When it comes to the luxury products that I have, I really like to test them out for a good long while to see if they are really worth that humongous price tag or not. And if you guys have not seen my luxury lookout, it is where I take luxury products and I review them based on the opinion of someone who is extremely broke. Someone coming from a standpoint who, if I were to purchase something like that, it would have to be a product that was extremely worth it. So I thought that I had a unique perspective in reviewing items like this. So I have 3 products that we're going to be talking about from Hourglass and Bobbi Brown, and I wanted to sit down and talk to you guys about them today. So if you are interested in knowing, then sit tight and and that means we're going to get right into it. So I am wearing all 3 products that we're going to be talking about today on my face because I really wanted you guys to just, I guess, be able to see maybe a little bit of how they perform. But the first product I want to talk about is from Hourglass, and this is their Arch Fiber Volumizing Brow Gel. This is kind of a unique product, but then again, not so much. Companies have been coming out with products like this more and more, and you see them more and more out on the market. This is $28. It does come in 6 different shades though, which is kind of cool because that is a bigger shade range when it comes to brow shade ranges. Usually it's like four shade ranges, and that's really where they kind of border it at. And so 6 is really nice to see. Now they say that this is a buildable tinted gel that's infused with microfibers to provide color, volume, and definition. It's pretty cool because on one side you have really long kind of hairs, and then on the other side it's just like a normal mascara wand. And I noticed that I find myself using each side for a different purpose. I use this side is just a normal mascara wand I use up closer to the front of my brows, and then the longer side I use towards the edge, like the end of my brows, and it really helps shape my brows a lot better. It kind of brings the tail of my brow together. I do like this. I think that it's wonderful. I think that you probably can find something on the market that performs or does about the same thing for a little bit cheaper, but it's not going to perform as good as this one. I have used a couple of products like this that just did not work as good. Usually the little fibers tend to fall out. That does not happen with this. You don't have to worry about that. I've never had that happen, and I've used this for well over a month now, and I've had no issues with this at all. It fills in any sparse areas in my brows that I have, which is really nice. It does give you some color, which is also going to help fill in your brows. It sticks everything together. It does not make your brows hard at all. I don't even feel like I have a gel in my brows at all. And that's something that's really important to me. You can give me ooh, what's on my mind? You can give me the best brow gel on the market, but if it makes my brows hard as a rock, I won't use it. And that's kind of where I'm at with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel, is that works amazingly for my werewolf brows, but it makes my brows crispy, and I don't like that. I want someone to touch my face and not have it feel disgusting. That's really where I'm at with my makeup these days. This just feels like my brow hair. It doesn't feel like anything other than that. There's nothing on my hands after touching it. This is just a very comfortable product to wear. There's nothing falling out of my eyebrows, and it does what it says it's going to do. And it's a very helpful product. If I'm having a very hard time with my brows with whatever product I'm using, whether it's a pencil, a pomade, a powder, anything like that, I go over it with this, and it just kind of completes the whole look. So this has been very helpful. If your brows are very important to you, and you know, sparseness, keeping the hairs in place and not having them hard as a rock is something that's very important to you, then you should definitely look into this. I mean, honestly, with things like this, especially if you get them at Sephora, you guys, if you get it, you don't like it, you can always return it, and that is the beautiful thing about it. Alright, moving on to the Bobbi Brown product, and as far as I know, this is their newest foundation and a new product for them. This is the Skin Long Wear Weightless Foundation with SPF of 15. This is supposed to be a full coverage, oil-free, shine control foundation, and this sucker is expensive. It is I read my paper wrong, and I was like, oh no, it is not. This is $46 and it does come in 30 shades, which isn't a beautiful shade range, but it's not a small shade range either. So you would probably expect that from a company like Bobbi Brown to have a pretty big shade range. So that's not bad, you know, it's not bad at all. So I use mine in Warm Ivory and I have found that this does work very good. It's a little bit light on me just because I've been self-tanning, so there's that, but with a little bit of bronzer, you're good to go. Now, like I've told you guys before, I am finding it so hard to find natural lighting when I review foundations to show you guys what things look like in natural lighting. I really did try with this to find the most natural lighting that I could to show you guys up close what this foundation looks like on my skin. I used my phone, so it's not the best quality either, but I attempted. But on camera here, my face looks pretty good, and it's a facade because of the studio lighting, of course. This, first off, I want to say, is almost a $50 foundation. I got this and I wanted this because I was so excited because it said full coverage, oil-free, matte. That is everything that I want in a foundation, you guys. Everything. So I was like, oh, if this is what I want it to be, the $46 is nothing. I will save up, I will buy it, I will keep it, you know, like I need to try out this foundation. This ended up being, for what I thought it was, it ended up being such a huge fail. Such a huge fail because full coverage, my ass. My ass, Bobbi Brown. Like, what do you consider full coverage? Because this is more like a BB cream. And I'm not kidding when I say this is like a BB cream. When I show you guys the clip of what my skin looked like, that's after 3 times of going over the full application of this foundation. I have to use so much of this just to get a coverage that I'm like, okay, it's like a light medium. Maybe. And then I have to put on so much concealer to try to compensate for the lack of coverage of this foundation that I'm just like, It was very upsetting, the lack of coverage. When it says right here, full coverage on the bottle, they market this as a full coverage foundation. This is in no way in hell is this full coverage. It makes me so mad. It makes me so mad. However, this is a pretty good foundation. Is it worth the money? No. You can go to the drugstore and pick up a foundation that is going to work and perform the same way for like $7 to $12. This is a very unnecessary foundation. I'm a little bit let down by it. It does not dry down, and the amount of powder that I have to put on this foundation to set it versus any other foundation that I own is ridiculous. It makes me feel like I'm just shitting out powder and money, you know, because I have to put on at least triple the amount of powder to set this on top of it. It is what I guess you could consider matte. You know, there isn't a shine there, but it doesn't dry down. It's not full coverage. The one thing that I will give this, that I do like this, I will keep this. I am going to use this, especially on the days where I'm not filming. I just want to go to the grocery store, things like that. This is the perfect kind of foundation for me, so this is definitely something that will get used. Something that I really noticed about this that I was like, oh yes, that's good, is this does not settle in any fine lines of mine, even my forehead. And that was just not even setting it. That was before setting it. That was before anything. I walked around the house because I wanted to see how long it was going to take for it to settle down and like set itself, which it doesn't. But I was trying to see how long it would be. It never once went into the lines of my forehead. It never once settled anywhere. Anywhere. It was perfect around my nose. It was perfect everywhere. But this does feel, it's almost sticky and tacky while you're even applying it and thick. It feels like you're putting on a thick BB cream. That's what it feels like. So if you wanted this because you thought that you were going to get a full coverage matte foundation that was going to change your life, you are going to be so disappointed. The reviews kind of shocked me because I believe that it has 4 stars out of 5, and I was like, huh? Like, how? Because if I had to rate this based on the full coverage matte of it, I would rate it like a 1 star. You know, it's still a great foundation, but when you're comparing it to other foundations, is it worth your money? No, it's not. It's a $50 foundation when you include tax into it, and you can get a foundation just like this at the drugstore. You know, like, you grab a BB cream, and you're like a Korean BB cream. They're fantastic, but it's the same thing. It's the same dang thing. My freckles show through, my blemishes show through, everything shows through with 3 layers of this foundation. There is no coverage to this. It kind of just evens out everything. It kind of evens out the redness and things like that, but it doesn't cover anything. This is not a full coverage foundation at all, but it doesn't settle into things. And that is very big for me because I am more mature. My skin is maturing, and I do like to use a lot of foundation because there's things I like to cover. So you can use a lot of this foundation and that won't happen to you. There won't be that cakiness. So that is something that I really do enjoy about this foundation. I just don't think that if you are going to buy it because of its claims that you're going to like it. I think it will be something that you will return. Alright, and lastly, I want to talk about something that may seem so ridiculous to everybody out there. I think that even Jeffree Star, or maybe all of those people up there in that crowd, may have reviewed this in one of their, oh my god, or what the fuck, or all of those kind of things. This is from Hourglass, and this is called the Hourglass Curator Lash Instrument. And it's, you know I'm gonna like it because it's a freaking weapon. But besides that, this is a mascara lash instrument that Hourglass came up with. You apply primer, mascara with it. These are all sold separately. This little tool right here is $78, and it is sold separately between these two. These two, the mascara and the primer, are $36. You can get them all as a bundle for $150. That hurts. That's a weapon enough right there, that price tag. You don't need this pointy ass thing. That's just right in the heart. Now, the point of this is that it's supposed to give you the ultimate precision and control. You're supposed to be able to use this wand and get right to the root of your... I'm going to try to be able to talk. Right to the roots of your lashes, and be able to lift up and get even the smallest of lash. You don't miss a lash. You're able to lift up your lashes and get the most out of your natural lashes. The primer and the mascara are supposed to be like, use the best wax and be silky, and supposed to just, everything about this is supposed to be like top notch. You're supposed to get the best of the best of the best, sir. Now, I use this on a day where I didn't wear any mascara, and it was during the week, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I didn't do shit the next day either. No showering, no nothing. So I tested out this mascara for a good 48 hours. A good 48 hours. And I've been wearing it ever since too, off and on, and I'm wearing it today. Let's just get right to the bottom of it. Do I think that it's worth the price tag? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. If I had to put a price tag on this, I would say $75 and under for the whole thing. Of course, there is that humongous inflation there of price because it is Hourglass. Their stuff is pricey as hell. And this is one of those, oh, it's so unique and it's going to work so amazingly, so we're going to jack up the price kind of thing. However, this is made and targeted, and they do say that it's made more for people who are makeup artists, who are going to use this product on clients, because when you use this and apply it, you wash it off in between applications. It's more sanitary and it's easier to use for people who are working on clients daily. So for someone who is a makeup artist, it makes sense. And while it's an investment, it probably would be an amazingly good investment, the $150, because you're going to make that back in a couple of clients anyway. So it does make sense in that perspective. If you have the money to buy this, is it worth it? That depends on you, but for me, I love this. I love it. I absolutely love what this does for my lashes. If you're not new here, you know that my lashes are very short. They stick straight out. Not a lot of mascaras work for me alone. That's why I do tend to wear false lashes, because that's the only time you really see my lashes. My bottom lashes are very sparse. If I'm not wearing some type of primer and mascara on the bottom lashes, you wouldn't even know I had any. It's very hard for me to review mascaras because my lashes suck so bad. And that's why I say that reviewing mascaras is very subjective, because everybody's eyelashes are so different. I could love it, you could hate it, the next person could love it too. It's just, mascaras just work so differently. This, however, I have like the hardest of hard lashes. So a mascara's really got to work for me to like it. And I like this. That whole 2 days, you guys, this mascara never budged. It never flaked. It never crumbled. It never smudged. It stayed. Now, it does make your lashes a little hard. I'm not going to lie. But it doesn't clump. It doesn't get spidery, no matter how many applications you use, which is insane to me. It gives you length. It gives you volume. It's incredibly dark. It stays where it's put. It doesn't smudge. It doesn't flake, as I said. And that was through rubbing my eyes. That was through 2 days. 2 days. And I was like, holy shit, they do say that you should use a waterproof, like something that removes waterproof mascara to remove this. I just used a makeup wipe and had no problem at all with it. But it does take a little bit more effort to take this off than a normal mascara. But it's kind of worth it. If you're not into wearing false lashes, but you need something that is going to last and not smudge and not flake and just not get in the way, something you don't have to worry about, but it's going to look amazingly beautiful, this is going to work. The primer seems to be essential to that. It still looks good with just the mascara, but with the primer really, really makes things lengthen. Like, whoo! You know, and I love how my lashes look. I get the most out of this. So I love this. I absolutely love this. I'm able to get into the corners, the little tiny lashes that I swear they've never had mascara touch them in their lives. I can get them with this. And like they said with the makeup artist, I don't have to worry about getting an infection. I don't have to worry about things going bad in 3 months. I don't have to worry about any of that, because I can just sanitize it as I go. And I really do like that. I like this. I like this product. I don't think the price is worth it. No, I don't. But if you're able to get it on a sale or a Black Friday or something like that, I absolutely think that it's worth it. I think it's worth the investment. And it's gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. So this is one of those things where I was shocked. I wasn't sure I was going to like this. If you guys do want to see me do a dedicated video showing you how I use this up close and what it does for my lashes, just let me know and I will do that. I wasn't sure if it's something that people would be interested in, because this is such a pricey product. So just let me know and I can do that for you guys so you can see exactly how it performs. But it is an amazing product and I absolutely love it, and I haven't been able to keep my hands off from it, so that's definitely saying something for me, who struggles so much with getting my lashes how I want them. That's why I just run to falsies. So that is everything that I wanted to talk about in this luxury lookout. If you guys wanted to check them out yourself, I will leave the links down below in the description box for you. If you guys like this video and you want to see more, please give it a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe before you leave, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.